March 2026. While the world watches the tech giants build trillion-dollar AI factories, a quiet inversion has just happened. Your AI has moved from prompts to perception. It doesn't want your instructions anymore. It wants to see your screen, hear your calls, and sense your data in real time. We are currently witnessing a massive preparation paradox. 88% of companies are desperately experimenting with AI, yet 81% report zero bottom-line gains. The mystery we're solving today is simple. What are the 7% doing differently? We've synthesized the latest breakthroughs from DeepMind's AlphaFold 3, Microsoft's MatterGen, and the recent federal injunctions on AI blacklists to bring you this roadmap. This isn't just a news update, it is the blueprint for the Agentic organization. If you feel unready, you aren't alone. 72% of leaders feel the exact same way. But transformation is no longer a one-off event. In 2026, business is change. Let's talk about why the prompt just died. Today, most systems treat language as the primary interface and everything else as an attachment. You upload a PDF for a screenshot, and the model reads it like a sticky note. In 2026, that hierarchy inverts. Leading models now treat text, audio, video, and screenshots as peers in a single context window. Instead of chatting with a model that can also see, you are now orchestrating a system that ingests whatever the business actually produces. We call this continuous listening. Systems are moving from sampling 1% of calls for quality assurance to monitoring 100% of interactions. The goal isn't to replace the manager, it is to give the manager continuous perception. But here's the friction. Enterprise sensing requires more than just bigger models. It requires environments. You don't train a useful agent by scraping the public internet. You need synthetic customer journeys in workflow sandboxes, where models click, type, and navigate as if they were employees. This is grounded action. A multimodal agent doesn't just read an instruction, it sees the actual user interface and checks its own work against what is literally on the screen. This is the bridge from a language model that guesses to a system that verifies. Now look at the sovereign wall. We're entering a $600 billion war for strategic independence. Gartner predicted that 65% of governments would introduce technological sovereignty requirements by 2028, and we're hitting that wall right now. Sovereign AI is the result of 4 components: where the data resides, who manages it, who owns the intellectual property, and which legal jurisdiction applies. The cloud landscape is fragmenting. We're seeing the rise of neo-clouds like Nscale and Nebius, breaking the monopoly of the 3 hyperscalers. The most effective ecosystems are now operationalizing something called minimum sufficient sovereignty. They don't try to build everything domestically, they just classify workloads by regulatory risk and assign them to the right tier. This leads us to the edge revolution. The assumption that more parameters means better intelligence is starting to crack. Most applications don't need a trillion-parameter model. They need something fast, reliable, and specialized. Small language models, or SLMs, are now redefining good enough intelligence. By shifting the center of gravity from centralized cloud processing to localized intelligence at the edge, we're solving the latency problem. In robotics and autonomous systems, the difference between a 300 millisecond delay and a 10 millisecond response is the difference between safety and a collision. The hardware is shifting too. Traditional von Neumann architectures are being outstripped by the requirements of modern algorithms. We're moving toward data flow architectures like the Intelligence Processing Unit and the Reconfigurable Data Flow Unit. These accelerators align the hardware design with the data-centric nature of AI, delivering superior energy efficiency. Even more incredible is the physical spillover. As robots inherit these same multimodal stacks, we're closing the loop between digital workflows and the physical world. Inventory is counted by vision systems, and safety issues are flagged by cameras that reconcile with back-end systems automatically. Let's get into the hidden reasoning. We just discovered that base models already know how to reason. Thinking models just learned when to do it. Across diverse architectures, a hybrid approach that activates reasoning mechanisms at the right time can recover up to 91% of the performance gap without a single weight update. This reframes everything. Pre-training is when models acquire their mechanisms. Post-training is just teaching them efficient deployment. This is why knowledge distillation is so effective for smaller models. It's teaching them when to activate pre-existing skills. If you aren't a programmer, 2026 is your year, thanks to Vibe coding. Using agentic tools like Claude Code, non-developers are now handling 79% of automation tasks. Much of this usage follows a feedback loop, where you describe a goal in plain English and the AI handles the implementation. The bottleneck in building new products is no longer the ability to write code, it is the ability to creatively shape the product itself. This shift is democratizing development, leading to a tenfold increase in the number of creators who can build complex applications. But there is a trap. Treating multimodal or agentic AI as just another checkbox in an RFP is a recipe for failure. The real opportunity is to redesign your entire operation around the assumption that your organization can now see and hear everything, all the time. This raises uncomfortable questions about privacy and governance, and that's exactly where the competitive frontier sits. The winners won't be the ones with the flashiest model demo, but the ones that turn perception into better decisions in faster feedback loops. So how do you join the 7%? You adopt the sovereign creator mindset. Stop waiting for the cloud or a massive corporate rollout. The future of AI is local, it is sovereign, and it is already in your pocket. Use the reasoning already hidden in your base models. Classify your data by risk. Pivot from data hoarding to automated enlightenment. The friction of 2026 isn't a glitch, it is the pressure required to forge a stronger, more autonomous future. The power has moved from the prompt to the agent, and the agent is already here.